you tell us about yourself and how your life in Lawrence County has been affected by the flooding?
Okay. I'm Carol Legg. About this time of year, I was sitting at this location, not this building, this location, as a high school senior 72 years ago. We're going to talk about floods. Well, what's a flood? To me, a flood is a whole lot of water where it's not supposed to be.
How has your life been affected by the flood?
Well, 8 years ago, in June of 2008, my house was an island for 2 days. I was surrounded by Ambro River floodwaters. On a Saturday night, they said there was a prediction that the Ambro River was going to crest a foot higher than its previous high water mark. On Monday morning, one of my neighbors woke up and stepped out into water in her bedroom. That was quite a surprise.
Yeah.
And that floodwater finally got to me about noon on Monday, June the 9th, 2008. Seems to be more common in the spring time of year. Not always, but more common. So many times our planting is delayed until the floodwaters go down and things dry out. Other times we have crops already planted and growing. Floodwaters roll in and drown the crops that are up. Flooding can have a large dollar effect on farmers' income. The Am River starts as a drainage ditch on the University of Illinois campus. That's where it starts.
Do you think when you hear about the flooding, you said you were prepared because you watched the news, but do you think a lot of people in this area are prepared for the floods, even though everyone's not affected, but the people in the flood areas are?
No, a lot of people are not. And here's another thing that catches many people, takes them by surprise, is levees break. I am not protected by any levee. Where what a levee is, many times there's enough water comes down the river to overflow the top of the levee, or maybe a portion of the levee actually collapses. But anyway, many times flooding occurs without it being really expected. Mm-hmm. So people are living their normal life, not preparing for that problem. There was a major flood here back in 1943. I was a junior in high school at the time. Route 50, as we know it down here now, was not built yet. Route 50 between Lawrenceville and Vincennes was flooded and traffic could not get through. And at that time, Route 50 was a major highway. That was before the interstate system. And because of the flooding in 1943 that interrupted the traffic on Route 50, that was a big part of the reason to elevate Route 50 where it is now. Route 50 between Lawrenceville and Vincennes is now elevated above, and the flooding of 43 caused some of the people to think of that and elevate the highway so that doesn't happen again.